today for bell work, I want you to read these connotations or read these color descriptions from Bronx Masquerade, and you are going to rate it as positive, negative, or neutral. And you'll have to the end of this song to make your ratings of these 8 descriptions. So today we are going to talk about connotation. While I'm stamping, please take out your academic journal if it is not out already. If you rated The Beauty of Maple Sugar Children positive, stand up. Awesome. Go ahead and sit back down. If you rated The Cheek, it should read cheek, as raw as red-brown meat. If you rated that negative, please stand up. You'll remember that's when the girl gets hit by the boyfriend. So that's a negative image there. Number 3, our brown hands entwine beneath moonshine. If you rated that positive, please stand up. Awesome. Almost everyone. Number 4, why couldn't I have Judy Ann's perfect complexion, all super smooth, super rich fudge? If you rated that positive, please stand up. This one's a tricky one. If you rated it negative, stand up. Okay. So why did you rate it negative, Andrew? Shelly?
I rated it neutral.
Neutral? Why'd you rate it neutral?
Because for her it's a good thing, and for Julian, it's a good thing. I mean, for
The person who's speaking.
yeah, it's a bad thing, but for the other girl, it's a good thing.
Okay, I think you mean the other way around. For Judy Ann, she doesn't like her super rich fudge complexion, but the girl who's speaking is the one that wants it, so it's a good thing. So that's a tricky image there from Bronx. Number 5, kids tease me about my blue-black skin. If you rated that negative, stand up. Awesome. Number 6, slaves, black as Mississippi blood. If you rated that negative, stand up. Very interesting. Helvin, what did you rate it?
Well, I'll put it neutral.
Okay.
Because it could be a bad thing because some people may not like being called slaves black as the Mississippi blood, but some people also are proud of that history and like it.
Mm-hmm. So if we went back to the full poem, Carl, there is some pride in the poet's voice there, and you could argue either side for that image. I rated that one as negative because the idea of blood and if blood was spilled or bloodshed, to me that was a negative image. Number 7, man, that girl is cold as snow on the ground. If you rated that as negative, go ahead and stand up. Okay, go ahead and sit down. So today we are talking about connotation. And I need you to start a new page on your journal so that we can take a couple notes before I have you do a linear array. So just write your heading, the connotation of color, in today's date, 10/26. So today on our agenda board, we're going to be learning about connotation and denotation, and we're going to look at color symbolism and imagery. So we just talked about our bell work and the connotative descriptions from Bronx Masquerade, and now we're going to talk about what does connotation mean. Connotation is the feel of a word. So it's not the literal meaning, it's the figurative meaning. It's the feel of the word. So jot down that definition and jot down positive, neutral, and negative. I colored mine. If you want to color code yours, you may. The feel of the word, the figurative meaning or the feel of a word. Denotation is the opposite. It's the dictionary definition of the word or the literal meaning of the word. So today you're going to look at some color words at your table, by table, and the first thing you're going to do is make a linear array of the words. I don't want to give away which ones I've already done. A linear array is like a number line in math. It goes from negative to positive. And I'm going to show you how to do this by doing words that are connected to the color black. So I have patent leather, It's that shiny black leather. Licorice, tar, raven, but black, and charcoal. So those are all color words that mean black. And I'm going to order them from most negative in my mind to most positive. Charcoal to me is neutral to positive, so I'm going to put it maybe right here, and you'll have to tell me if you can't see these. Black is neutral. I'm just going to start with the color word right in the middle. That's neutral. Raven, I originally had as negative when I thought about Edgar Allan Poe's Raven in the Scary poem or the Scary Dark Bird. But in this context, we enjoy our raven, so we have to put that on the positive side. Tar, I feel is or has got a negative connotation. Tar. When people were tarred and feathered, tar is black, goopy. They put it on the road. Licorice to me has a positive connotation, so I'm going to put it on the positive end because I happen to like licorice. If you don't, it might not fall on the positive side for you. Black licorice. And I put patent leather on the far positive side because to me, patent leather, those are those shiny shoes people might wear to church or on a special holiday, or they're dressy, kind of classic. So that has a positive connotation. In your red bin on each table are some color words. So Helbin, you might have to stand up. You guys might gather around your words. You're going to lay them out first on the table from negative to positive, and then you're going to make notes in your journal of what you put from negative to positive. You will have about 6 minutes to do that. Yes? No, you will have the color for your table. So the green table will have green words. And the blue table has blue words. I will be right there. And you have a dictionary on your table to help you with words you don't know. Azul. It comes from the same root. So they're, exactly. But in order to figure out the feeling of the word, you might want a more definite definition of it. So is the feeling positive or negative?
All right, look, let's flip this.
Do you have your array? Carl, does your table have your array finished? What's your most positive yellow word?
Gold.
Gold. Orange. What is your most positive orange word? Tangerine. Okay. Do we have a most positive red word? Rose.
It all goes with their colors, man.
It does all go with their colors. Okay, now in your journal, if you have not done so already, let me give you a minute or two to jot down your array. Just be sure that you have them ordered by least to most positive. I only wrote underneath so that I only took up one page, but take a couple minutes and write that there. We are going to write color poems, and you're going to write a color poem with the people at your table. You'll be contributing one line to your color poem today. In order to create our color poem, though, we're going to brainstorm some sensory images that connect with our color. But before I have you brainstorm those images, I want to read you a poem from Hailstones and Halibut Bones. And I'm going to read you the poem about black because that's the color that I showed you and I've been working with today. And I think that this poem connects very well to Bronx Masquerade because perhaps you'll see some positive connotations and some negative in this poem. What is black? Black is the night when there isn't a star and you can't tell by looking where you are. Black is a pail of paving tar. Black is jet. and things you'd like to forget. Black is a smokestack. Black is a cat, a leopard, a raven, a high silk hat. The sound of black is boom, 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 echoing in an empty room. Black is kind. It covers up the rundown street, the broken cup. Black is charcoal and patio grill, the soot spots on the windowsill. Black is a feeling hard to explain, like suffering but without the pain. Black is licorice and patent leather shoes. Black is the print in the news. Black is beauty in its deepest form, the darkest cloud in a thunderstorm. Think of what starlight and lamplight would lack, diamonds and fireflies, if they couldn't lean against black. So that contrast at the end, black with the light kind of colors. So we're going to write our own color poem, but in order to brainstorm ideas for our poem, you're going to create a sensory image chart. Don't copy what I wrote in my chart, but let me model my thinking for you. I put see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, and I started generating images. So when I think of what I see for black, I put night, velvet, or crushed velvet, like my witch's hat for Halloween, or silk, shadow. When I think about what I hear, that could be the color black. I put the hush of midnight, an owl screeching, the chittering of raccoons. And I did this for each of the senses. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to generate your own sensory images for your color. So Shelley, you'll do blue. What can you see that reminds you of blue? What do you hear? What sounds like blue? What smells like blue? All of those pieces. I'll come around and I'll answer your question. Very good. Carl, do you want to share one?
For gold?
Sure, for gold.
One we got here. If you drop like gold, it kind of sounds like a falling coin.
A falling coin. Okay. Does anyone else want to share one of their images? Andrew?
The ocean.
What about the ocean?
It's blue.
Did you put that for sound or sight?
Yeah, I have sight as an image of that.
Okay. Okay. Shelley?
If you're in the Caribbean, you can see
We're talking about sea, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think whales.
Blue. You think of whales? Okay. So some of you wrote one word, and you're going to want to flesh out that one word now when we go to write a line of the poem. What you're going to do is just take one of your senses, Shelley, and turn it into a sentence. So I simply started with, and this is a rough draft, black is the chitter-chatter of raccoons at the hush of midnight. So try and pull 2 of your pieces from that sensory category into your sentence. As you finish your sentence, I know that the blue table is finished, so I'm going to switch over here, and we are going to put together the blue table's poem. This is a rough draft, so we will reshape some of these tomorrow, but this is our rough draft. Shelley, would you like to read your line first?
Blue takes me away. Makes me think of the ocean. I feel, and then I touch the sand, the broken down shells in the ocean waves.
The broken down shells and the ocean waves. Okay. John? I'll get mistakes at the end. That's the best time to edit. Okay.
Blue is the cloudless sky on the turquoise water beach. And my second one is blue is the taste of blueberry muffins.
Okay. Andrew?
Blue is the ocean's waves crashing against the sky's beams of the hot sand.
Blue is the ocean's waves crashing against
The sky's beams on the hot sand.
the sky's beams on the hot sand. Okay. So This is how we're going to put together our poems tomorrow to make a collaborative poem, a collaborative color poem. And you might choose to put that collaborative color poem in your poetry portfolio or your poetry anthology. But we will work on putting those together tomorrow. Before we end class today, I want to take a minute to have you use your gut words and write a reflection sentence about connotation. So you might choose the ear. Discuss something you heard or something that was hard to hear. You might choose the heart. Discuss something you felt or a feeling you experienced, ever appropriate for connotation. Or the hand, somehow that someone in your group supported you. Or the eye, a vision you had for the group or something you saw. I don't know that you would choose the smile today, but you might, something that made you smile. Something that took guts for you to do. Or something that you learned, connotation or denotation. So go ahead and take your gut words out of your envelope in your red bin and add your sentence to the bell work page. That'll be our exit sentence for today. We just are going to stamp.
How do I do it? Like, it took guts. Connotation word?
Depending on what you picked. Hopefully something you heard and learned. Let's talk a little bit about your poetry anthologies. I know that some people already put theirs together because I've seen them.